Okay, we are live and this is an emergency broadcast. We're starting a little bit early. It is 4:30 p.m. and it is a Thursday afternoon here in Frederick County, Maryland, USA. Beautiful weather, got a great walk in today. So we are live with an emergency broadcast, Mid-Atlantic TV, TV worth watching. Okay, so Bitcoin dropped below $50,000. I think it went down even as low as maybe 43,000. And as we speak, let me check live here on the show and see what the price of Bitcoin is at as we speak. It is back up over 49,000, so it's $49,080 as we speak. So here's the question, folks. Here's the question. Do we buy one Bitcoin or do we buy this stunner? Let me take these banners off so we can see better what we're looking at. Okay, so do we buy a Rolex Daytona, a gold Rolex Daytona, gold, mind you, for $44,990, or do we buy one Bitcoin for $49,000? So you figure you buy the Daytona and you pay taxes, whatever, or you can maybe get this a little cheaper. You can probably buy a faux pay, right, like this one here to go with it, right, and still be at about the price of one Bitcoin, one Bitcoin for that particular model. And that looks like a decent watch. So let's go through the pictures here on it. It looks to be in good shape. It's got the modern style clasp. So there you go. A Rolex Daytona. $44,990, and you can even suggest a price on it. So what do you think, folks? Let me know in the chat. What do you do? What do you do? Bitcoin is corrected below $50,000. Kyle's in the house, and he says, hey, guys. And Triforce says early start. Yes, this is an emergency broadcast, and we brought it out as quick as we could to help folks out with difficult decisions. Not financial advice on the channel, but we just kind of talk about these things from time to time. We talk about these things and kick around ideas. And so what do you guys think? Polished center links. Yeah, that's an issue. Polished center links are an issue. That's one reason why I'm not a fan of Daytonas. But I'll tell you what, I will put up with the polished center links on a Yachtmaster. It's one exception. I'll put up with it because really I have no choice. I wonder, I guess there's really no way to fit a Jubilee onto a Yachtmaster or onto the Daytona in this day and age. I'm not so sure that that could be done. People say, well, why would you want to mess around with a watch? I love the Jubilee bracelet. And the center links on the Jubilee do not show scratches like the polished center links do on an Oyster. That's why I'm not a fan of the Batman. I'd rather have the Batgirl because the Jubilee is a much better solution if you're going to actually wear the watch. Now, all of the comments on this channel refer to watches that are to be worn, that are to be on wrist. Box watches, a lot of the comments that I make do not apply to box watches. Okay, just to keep things straight. Craig, thoughts on the Oyster Flex bracelet? I think it's cheap looking. I just don't think it's the way to go. I'm just not a fan of that Oyster Flex thing. Don't get it. Don't see a reason for it when you can have a high quality bracelet. No, I'd go with a Jubilee. See, this is why I'm not a fan. This is one of the reasons why I'm not a fan of the Daytona. The busy dial is another reason. But I'll tell you what, that is a stunning piece. Anytime you have an all gold Rolex, it's pretty stunning. So speaking of all gold, I posted, let me cut to the 231 real quick, and I'll bring something else up here for you. I joined another Rolex watch group, and I posted this to it, and picture of the 18238 that I sold. And I asked, is this 18238 still the finest Rolex ever made? And in the past, I would have gotten a significant amount of pushback on a comment like that, but I got a lot of people agreeing and posting pictures of day dates, various day dates. So it looks like we've swayed the market a little bit, folks. It looks like we've weaned some of these. Somebody posted a Daytona in gold. It looks like we and I did comment about this particular Daytona. This is a stunner. I mean, look at the red timer hand. I mean, that is a stunner. And I commented, I said, nice, and I'm not a Daytona guy, but that is stunning. And it is stunning. So, yeah, people are starting to embrace the day date. I don't know what took them so long, because back in the day, everybody loved the day dates. The day date was the watch to have. The only reason anybody bought any other Rolex back in the day was because they couldn't afford a day date. It would have been unheard of for somebody to pay day date prices for a steel Rolex back in the day. Nobody bought a steel Rolex unless they couldn't afford a gold, couldn't afford the gold one. I just got an email from R. Wags. What is Elon Musk's problem? Yeah, he's a troll. He's a world-class troll. One week I will take Bitcoin, the next week I won't accept Bitcoin. What a nut. Yeah, I'm going to reply to R. Wags, and I'm going to say a world-class troll. Yeah, I don't know if he has an agenda. I'll tell you what I think happened on the Elon Musk thing is he came out bullish on Bitcoin. He bought 1.5 billion worth, and then he said that Tesla would accept Bitcoin for payment. And then Bill Maher did a comedy piece really attacking Bitcoin and attacking the energy use. And I think he singled out Tesla. Why would Tesla get behind this, when Tesla's all about green and saving the planet and all this stuff and renewable energy and all this stuff? And so really attacked Tesla. And I think some more of the environmentalist wackos probably attacked Elon and attacked Tesla. And so I think that's what caused him to yesterday drop back and punt and attack Bitcoin specifically the energy usage. I think they got to him. I think they punked him out. They punked out a billionaire. So yeah, billionaires can get punked out. So I told you not to trust Elon. I heard he is drinking buddies with Chip wrong. I think there might be market manipulation. Chip always times it. Well, here's the thing. He could have an agenda. Absolutely he could. But, it might be just PR. It might be too many people got to him, and he caved. He punked out. That could be it. He claims he didn't sell any more Bitcoin. He claims that they had sold some, but he claims that the rest he's not going to sell, and he hasn't sold. So, being involved with a publicly traded company, I don't think he can lie about something like that. I think he can really get in trouble for that. So my guess is he's telling the truth. I'm wondering what is in that camera shot over on this side. There's something round in the camera shot up here. What would that be? Would it be the edge of that? The edge of this? It's something round. See that little black thing in the edge of the camera shot? Don't know what that is. Gonna have to figure that. Little things like that bug me. So let's say here, and Jipu says printing money versus using computers to mine. Well, see, the problem with the current money system is the fat cats are in charge, and it's all set up to benefit the cronies, right? It's corrupt. That's the problem. And the beauty of Bitcoin is it's really not corruptible. It's math. Can't really corrupt math. So that's the thing. If we had a solid monetary system, looks like a wire, says Jipu. I think you might be right. Let me try to figure out what wire it is, though. Trying to see where that would be, because there's nothing. There's no wire hanging in front of the camera. I'm going to move something and then let me know what you guys think. Let me see if I just wiggle this. See, that's not it. It's not the softbox. And there's nothing else in the shot. I don't get... Oh, wait a minute now. It's on this side. No, it's not on that side. It's on this side over here. It can't be this wire because that's way down here. Could it be anything like that? Oh, it's the camera itself. Okay, I see. I see. It's this part of the wire. Okay. Let me just move it back a little bit. There we go. Good call. Jipu, good call. All right. All right. So, shouldn't have been that hard to figure out, okay? But I'm a little slow. Okay. What if I told you that Chip Wong gets text from Elon before he tweets out specific tweets that have been an effect on the market? What can we do about this? People like Chip Wong are raking in the money. The problem is Bitcoin's not really regulated. You can manipulate it. You can manipulate it if you can. So, hey, those people that are no coiners, this is a chance to buy the dip. To buy the dip. You know what's funny is, what's really funny is there's a bunch of people on crypto Twitter that cheer on the price going up. Oh, yeah, it's going up, yeah. And these people own a very small amount of Bitcoin. One of them admits she doesn't even own one whole Bitcoin. Okay, she says her goal is to own one whole Bitcoin. And yet she's cheering the price to go up. I'm confused. Why in the hell, if you're still buying, you're still accumulating, if you don't have enough, you don't have a good enough stash, if you will, why in the hell would you want the price to go up? Unless I guess you're longing it with leverage or something and you can make money that way. I don't know. I'm confused. But I don't think she's doing that. I don't think she's, I think they're just trying to get attention, right? And trying to get followers and all that. And I think most of them probably aren't even accumulating very much Bitcoin. I think they just hang out on crypto Twitter and they're pretty much broke. That's probably the deal. Might be the same with a lot of the people in the watch communities. What do you think? As I say in Texas, all hat and no cattle. You think that's possible? I had a good snag at 46K yesterday. Jaden in the house. I have to admit, I am the only. Did you sell your Bitcoin or are you buying more on the dip? I haven't sold any Bitcoin for a long, long time. And I don't plan on selling any because I don't want to give the government a whole bunch of taxes on the capital gains. Now, the most I've paid for Bitcoin to outright purchase is just under 10,000 when I bought 2.5 Bitcoin for $25,000 on this show, on this channel live. That's the most I paid for Bitcoin. I don't really want to buy more Bitcoin at this price. Now, I am earning Bitcoin every month because I have some Bitcoin deposited with BlockFi. So I earn, I don't know, maybe like 0.2 Bitcoin or something every month in interest, something like that. It varies. But they cut the interest payment recently, so it's dropped down some. But yeah, I earn some Bitcoin every month in interest. So yeah. Oh, my sister just texted me. She was going to have Mike Lambert do the car. And let's see, referred to TLC Auto Detailing near Dallas. I'll contact them and let you know. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Okay. Craig, do you use a cold storage wallet? I use a Trezor. I store a significant amount of Bitcoin using a Trezor. And I also have Bitcoin with BlockFi. So, so there was the question. And yeah, but it's only 5% on like the first half of Bitcoin or something. It drops down to 2% with a significant deposit. So yeah, they cut it down. It was 3%, and now I believe it's 2%. Here, I'll pull it up. Give me a second here. Okay, here are the rates. Oh, come on. Okay, so the tier 1 is 0 to 0.5 Bitcoin is 5%, so it's only up to half a Bitcoin. Tier 2 is 0.5 to 20 Bitcoin, and that is 2%. And then 20 and above, it drops down to 0.5%. So yeah, it drops down quite a bit. Now I also have GBTC with them. Where is it? Maybe, I guess it's GUSD. Yeah, GUSD. That's 8.6%. So that's a stable coin. So I get 8.6% on that. So yeah, and you can have them pay out the interest whatever way you want. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. And let's see here. Craig, thoughts on binge buying Hermes bags at over retail? Yeah, I think I would pass on that. I'm not a real fan of the Hermes bags anyway. So yeah, I would buy, as far as leather bags, I like the stuff by Colonel Littleton. He makes some really, really nice stuff here in these United States. And then, of course, the bag that I have for my laptop and everything, that one is pretty amazing. The name of the company that made it escapes me, but there's a video here on the channel. It's darn what. See, that's the thing. When you buy stuff from the actual craftsmen that actually make them and all that, you're not buying a brand name, right? I can't even remember the brand name now. It just escapes me. But of course, if it was a big brand name, I'd remember it. So that's the thing. You're not paying for the brand if you buy it from a guy, right, that just makes really good leather goods. You're not paying for the brand. You're paying for the actual work and the actual leather and the actual the threads that he uses to stitch it, every little detail. And there are several really good leather workers that you can buy some really good stuff. So that's the way I would go with that. Chip Wong uses a rare Hermes bag to poop in. All right. Do you want me to show you the bag? Do tell. Do say in the chat if you want me to show you the bag. I'll show you the bag. The bag. And let's get this refreshed here. We can cut to a live shot and see what's going on with, see what is going on with Bitcoin. So we are at 49,053 bucks, 53 bucks. So here's the way I look at it on this. If we can survive this attack by Elon and some of his cronies and so forth, which I think we will, all these kinds of things just make Bitcoin stronger. These attacks strengthen Bitcoin. Kyle says, let's see the bag. G-Town says, yes, show us the bag. Triforce Rich in the house. To agree, though, brand has an effect. If Steve offered you the 002 for half what you paid for it, but said Chip Wong on the dial and said yes, would you? Well, yeah. Well, I mean, the brand represents the quality. It is telling me that a lot about the watch because I have faith in that brand. Leather goods are a little bit different. It's a little bit easier to examine the leather and the quality of the stitching and all of that. I'm not an expert. I can't really open up the watch and really closely examine it and really know what I'm getting, right? It's a little bit easier with even clothing items. Of course, some things on a good suit, like some of the things are internal to the suit where you can't really see it, but there's a lot of telltale signs that you can look at. So we're really comparing a little bit of apples and oranges there. And Durr says we're live, and somebody says no. Does that mean don't show the bag? I'm going to show it. And my plan, just hodl Bitcoin. Bree is not scared. She has a strong hand for a youngster. She really has a strong hand. Okay, let me go get the bags. Oh, I'm going to put the Daytona back up. That was the discussion. I'm going to put it up while I go get the bag. Oh, boy. All right, here we go. Bag time. First, before I show the bags, let's get caught up on the comments here. Can you imagine there are some dorks on the Grand Seiko page making us think about wishing the Seiko and Grand Seiko were still on the dial? If they don't like the newer dial, I don't know what they're thinking. Because first of all, it's not as busy. And it just makes a lot more sense just to have Grand Seiko. Why would you make it more busy? Why would you want to put both on there? I mean, what would be the point of all that? So, Craig, why do you think Elon is actually doing this? Clearly, he's not some amazing environmentalist, or because he's concerned about I think he was pushed into it. I think the environmentalist wackos went after him. And remember, he is beholden to the government. He gets a lot of subsidies and stuff like that, and he's beholden to the power players, right? They lean on him a little bit. He's got to punk up, man. He's kind of a punk. I was never very impressed by Elon. He's not a very good public speaker. He is like Barnum and Bailey. I mean, he's a huckster. He promises all these things and almost never delivers. His electric cars are junk pretty much. They're really garbage. They should be super reliable, but they've got all kinds of quality control issues. I mean, my God, it should be a lot simpler to build an electric car. You don't have a lot of the things that can go wrong on an internal combustion engine. You don't even have. The typical electric motor has one moving part, the armature, right? It should be super, super reliable, but he's managed to create them in such a way that they've got all kinds of quality control issues. He's not very good at what he does, so I'm not impressed by the guy, to tell you the truth. I wouldn't buy one of his cars. I tested out the S model when it first came out. It was a piece of crap. The Roadster was fun, but he didn't even build that. That chassis was a Lotus. So no, I'm not that impressed by the guy. I think he's kind of a clown, if you will. So it's a shame to be a billionaire and to basically be a clown. Let's see. So that's okay. The oil companies have a history of buying out environmentalist groups. It's why many of the Green parties are anti-nuclear. Yeah, it's insane. Yeah. He's a grifter. Yeah, that's the way to put it. Okay, let's look at the bags. Here is the one made by Colonel Littleton. And this is a nice sized bag for carrying like an iPad. It's kind of what it was designed for initially. And I like the pipe on the back for support to give it strength. And I like all the hardware on it, brass and copper hardware. And it just has a compartment here. And I've got room for the iPad, and I've got like microphone and a bunch of other stuff in here that goes along with the iPad Pro. So that's the Colonel Littleton bag. Okay. Very nice leather. Very well done. I like his stuff. Go check out his website. He's got some really cool stuff. He's got a bag that would be great for Triforce Rich. That's alligator. Really, really classy. Here's the other bag. Now this is made by, what's it say? Saddle leather, full grain. It doesn't even say the name of the maker on it. Made in USA. I can't even read. Geez, guys. See, that's the thing. That's so cool about this bag, is he doesn't even care about putting his name on it. It's so good that I guess he figures that people will like search it out. Really good leather. Oh, Moose. There it is. Moose. I guess it's Moose Leather Company. Moose. Google that. Maybe you'll find it. And this is all set up with all kinds of cool gear in it, all ready to go. All I have to do is slide my laptop in the back compartment, and I'm good to go. I got everything. I can just grab and go. Really heavy duty, really well made, and I've got a full review on my channel here of it. This is a lifetime bag, and you're not going to get anything like this from Hermes. This is a bad boy. See, look at that latch. How cool is that? Yeah, we buy the best. We buy the good stuff. Let me know what you think about that. Let's see. I remember Elon was egging on a coup in Bolivia, presumably because he thought the new government would give the country's lithium deposits to him at cut rates. It's very possible. Elon is not selling his Bitcoin, at least. Yeah, he says that, but again, he lies, so we're not really sure. Bottom line is, one guy, I don't care if he's a billionaire with a lot of followers and all, one guy can't take down Bitcoin, and this is going to demonstrate that. In another month, this whole thing will have blown over, and we'll look back. It'll just be a little ripple on the upward trajectory of Bitcoin. He ain't going to take Bitcoin down. And he might have some other people might pile on, and Bitcoin might take a few more punches here. It could go all the way down to like 30 grand or something. But it's going to recover. It's going to keep marching on. And every time there are attacks, it just gets stronger. So bring it on, folks. And what's good is the weak hands are getting shaken out with all of the with each of these attacks. Weak hands get shaken out, and Bitcoin gets stronger because it's moving into hands that will hold it, and I think that's a good thing. So let's go to the brand section here, and let's look at a few things just because we can. Oh, let me put this little icon up in the. I like the TV one better. Okay, so let's see what else we can do. Oh, we can put this up. That's okay. That's so-so. What does this one do? White Mid-Atlantic TV, TV worth watching. What does this one do? Yeah, I don't like that much. We got to work on our overlays. But I do like these pictures. That's a stunner. Absolute stunner. And I like this picture here. And this was when we asked the question back in the day when it was $11,000. We said one Bitcoin or a Rolex. Choose wisely. Some people didn't choose wisely back in the day. So we talked about the HD straps the other day. They're really all that. Deployment class, we talked about that. All right. And we talked about Leslie's wonderful watch. Her stunner. That is a stunner. I'll tell you what. That is a stunning watch for a stunning young lady that is eat up with class. Total class. Okay, and there, talk about class. Whoa, are you kidding me? Back up. And then there's a 6-digit piece, and then, of course, back to the 5-digit piece. All right, enough playing with the brand. Let's get a banner back on here, because we can. That ticker, and let's get this one up. There we go. There we go. All right. And back to the comments. Let's see. I don't have a strong hand, I think is what he meant, but I have strong legs. Okay. Well, there you go. Well, maybe you can hold on to the Bitcoin with the legs. Yeah. All right. What else? Oh, well, that's rude. I should always cut to that before I yawn. Oh, what else did somebody say? There was somebody, we were debating something. I'll think of it. By the way, I brought the exposure up a little bit. I brightened up this camera just a little bit. Did I bring it up enough? What do you think? What's the camera shot looking like now? Let us know in the chat. Hey, we're at the official start time of the show. We're at 5:03 p.m. This is when we're supposed to start. So I better show the thing. Oh, I didn't show this. Saylor actually got him to buy Bitcoin and recently explained how energy works in response to his no Bitcoin payment acceptance tweet. Yeah, I saw Saylor talk about that. Yeah, and I don't think I showed this one, did I? I live in Tesla's capital of the world, and I've heard so many complaints. However, the battery is where the value is. Toyota should make the cars and Tesla focus on the batteries engine. I think Toyota is going to come out with a better solution for the batteries, too. Here's Dan. Here's Dan calling in the middle of the show. Let's see. Hey, so can you join us in the live show? Or are you too busy?
I'm not set up.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry, I didn't know you were doing your show.
No worries.
I was returning your call.
They keep asking for you, so.
I just sent you a recording of me practicing to see if it sounds good, so you can listen to it later.
I'll check it out. All right, carry on.
Have fun.
Yep. All right, Dan McDermott. I think Toyota's going to come out. There's rumors that they're going to come out with they've solved the problem as far as the solid state batteries, which will be a huge upgrade. Let's see here. I think when Toyota comes out with their electric car, they're going to do it right. Let's see. Triforce Rich. The reality with Elon is that people have a drive to follow others, and with declining religion, young people are turning to cult-like personalities like Elon. Well, hopefully more of them are going to turn to Bitcoin and they can follow that, and that way they're following math. It would make a lot more sense. Craig, would you agree to never wear a watch again for 3 Bitcoin? You are allowed to sell your GS to recoup your losses. Oh my gosh, yes. If somebody gave me 3 Bitcoin to not wear a watch, yeah, I would do it. Yeah. Lance sent in 2 watches. What about the electric offerings from Ford and Volvo? I don't know that they'll be that great. I think Toyota will do it right. Toyota takes their time and does things right. And so I wouldn't be surprised if Toyota one-ups all of them. I would not be surprised. Okay, so let's get these banners off, and then let's get with what Lance sent in. Let's see what he sent in. Let's do it over here. It'll be easier. We're going to show this one. Now this first one's on eBay. When it loads in, I'll show it. Okay, so this is a gold dial quartz man's. It doesn't say what it's made of. Okay, so it's similar to Brianna's watch. It's a steel and gold. It's got a gold bezel, gold indices, and it's probably the same size as hers, be my guess. Yeah, 35 mil, so it's probably really 35 and a half mil. Yeah, I think so. $1,400. I'm not a big fan of steel and gold, but if somebody doesn't want to go for the all gold, that might be a play. All right, let's look at the other link. Yeah, this one looks like it's been rode hard. It looks like it's been rode hard. And he says it's in excellent condition. I beg to differ. Let's take a look. Yeah, excellent condition. I'd hate to see one that was in poor condition. That watch has had a lot of use, but hey, it would still be a fun watch. But I think that's too much money. I think it's too much money. Yeah, too much money. Okay, let's see what else we got going on here. Okay, Volvo's owned by Geely. So it has a Chinese manufacturer to back it up with EV technology. Okay, yeah, I think I would. I think I'll vote on Toyota being the salvation as far as electric cars go. Craig, would you rather be made to wear a rose gold day date if you could have 3 BTC, or would you rather be made to wear a yellow, I think he means yellow gold day date, if you could have 2 BTC? Okay, so they'll give me 3 BTC if I wear the rose gold day date, or 2 BTC if I wear a yellow gold. Wow, that's a hard one. Yeah, I'd take the extra BTC and I'd go ahead and wear the rose gold. I mean, it's not like I hate rose gold. I just don't see a reason for it. I think it's silly to buy gold that's like tinted some shade or something when the regular typical 18 karat yellow gold is stunning and it goes with everything else. But no, for 1 BTC, I'd do it. Craig, if you could only eat Bush's baked beans or Campbell's chicken noodle soup for the rest of your life, which would it be? I'd probably have to eat the baked beans because I think they're probably a little more nutritious. And I like both. I'd have no problem with eating both, but I would probably, at that choice, I'd probably go with the baked beans. Craig, let's not, I think he means beat around the bush anymore. Call Steve to get you those gold frames. I don't think Steve sells glasses, eyeglasses. Beans, says Dave. Yeah. The beans. Everybody's saying beans. I don't blame them. Okay, so what else? Okay, so did we come to the conclusion? Well, we got to do the vote here, the official vote for the show. Hold on one second here. Okay, so this was the topic of the show. Which would you do? Which would you do? You're going to have to vote in the chat. You have a choice of buying one whole Bitcoin or getting a gold Rolex Daytona like this one. This could be the exact watch or something similar in the same price range. A gold Daytona with a faux pay bracelet. With a faux pay bracelet, those two added together would be about the price of one Bitcoin, as far as a Bitcoin as of now, as of this moment. So what's your choice? You're going to get the Daytona with a faux pay, or you're going to take one Bitcoin? Just put in the chat either Daytona or Bitcoin. Do your vote now. Do your vote now. Daytona or Bitcoin. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Dur says, great choice. I love both. Okay. And I would have to go with Campbell's. I'm not a big fan of sugary beans. There you go. Well, the Campbell's is full of sodium, so neither one of them are health food. Daytona and faux pay, says Dur, so we got to vote for that. Here's another vote for the Daytona and the faux pay. And Kevin says 1 BTC. And Dave says Bitcoin. Okay. And Cheatown says Daytona and faux pay. You know, we've done this drill in the past. And does faux pay make chokers? That's a good question. We got to look into that. Hopefully on Steve's next show he can talk about it. If he does a show. I don't even know when he's going to do a show. But anyway, so I think that it's kind of a shame that the people have not learned their lesson. We've done this exercise like a few times now, starting when Bitcoin was about 10,000. We did the question, should you buy a Submariner or one Bitcoin? And a number of people said Submariner. So, of course, as of today, they would have made a really bad decision, right? Then we did a similar discussion when Bitcoin was around 15,000. Would you buy an 18238? Because back then you could buy a nice 18238 for like 15 grand. So would you buy that 18238 or one Bitcoin? And some people said the date 8. Again, as of today, that would have been a very bad decision. And then we did something similar. I think it was around 25 or 30,000. We did a thing about, would you buy a steel Daytona, right? We were talking about a steel Daytona back then. Or maybe, we also talked about a Pepsi, I think. Would you buy a Pepsi? Like it was around 20,000. Would you buy a Pepsi or one Bitcoin? And some people said Pepsi. Again, would have been a really poor decision. So we'll find out if, let's revisit this in a couple of months and see if the people that said they would buy Daytona and the faux pay, let's see if that turns out to be a wise decision. If Bitcoin crashes to like 5 grand, then maybe they did a good decision. I think that might not happen. Let's see. Diabetes for high blood pressure. You're giving me culinary Sophie's choice here. Okay. Steve has a guy who can hook you up with the frames. You mentioned it. Okay, we talked about this. Okay. And the Bitcoin is a much safer investment. Whoa. I don't know about that. I don't know about it being a safer investment. I think I'm not so sure. I think Bitcoin is still a pretty risky investment, but it's the one I would make because it has a significant upside potential, whereas the gold Daytona has a limited upside potential. But I think that the Daytona, you could make the argument that it's a little more stable, maybe even a lot more stable in price than the Bitcoin. But yeah, I still think Bitcoin is the way to go. All right, if BTC falls to 5 grand, I'll be buying some more. Says Cheetown in the house. I will buy anything below 10,000. I will be buying very aggressively. It's an asset, according to Michael Saylor, says the lovely Bree Fit Dance, and she believes what Michael Saylor says. He's a billionaire, and he's extremely intelligent. Rolex is a safer money storage device. Yes, I would say it is the likelihood of having a major crash. I think you could have a 30 or 40% crash in Rolex prices easily. But the likelihood of them going to zero is close to zero, right? I mean, it's just not going to happen. The likelihood of Bitcoin going to zero is probably about maybe 1% now. So it's 1% versus zero, yeah. But I think neither one are going to go to zero. So we talked about a Lexus or a BTC when it was 30K. Yeah, that's right. And those that would have bought the Lexus back then probably made a bad decision. Faux pay does make a necklace. Yes, but is it a flex-it like this? Is it one of the ones that stretches like this, or does it have to have a clasp? See, we don't want something with a clasp. So that's the question. Lance, they go around the neck and are oftentimes made of lace. Leslie has a few of them. Yeah, they're cool. They're cool looking. When I did the video with Ellie, she was wearing one. Let me pull that up. Give me a second. Let's see. One time my dad took me to this jazz club. It's like this guy floats off the stage.
Hey, I'm Ellie Cook, and this is my brother.
So there
Jim
you
Cook.
can see
Craig just
she
asked
was
us
wearing
if we
one
had
in
any
this video.
tips about finger picking. All we can really think of is just practice.
And I don't think you guys can hear that audio.
Don't be
I don't
afraid
think
to
it pipes
branch
the
out
audio
and
in
try
from
new
the
things with the
laptop.
guitar. So
let me know in the
here's a couple
chat if you can hear that
demonstrations.
audio. I don't think you can. Let me see. Yeah, can't hear that. So let me pause this. Okay. There you go. If you search Ellie Cook, Ellly, Cook, Cooke, you can see that video. Oh, we can hear the audio? Oh, you could? Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's neat. I didn't know it would. I didn't know it would come through. Okay, so let's play a little more of it. What the hell? Can you hear me if I talk over it? Let me know.
Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Ellie Cook Music.
Okay. Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know. I couldn't hear it here. It's piping in through the HDMI. So can hear both. Oh, so you can hear if I talk over it. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. So if I share the screen, I think you can hear it then too. She seems like a nice gal. She is. She is a very nice gal. Yeah, so there they said we can hear both. And Ellie is nice. Yes, she's very talented too. Is she ever coming back on the channel? I've got to contact her and see if maybe she can join some live shows. That would be cool. She's technologically challenged. I gave her some equipment and all, and she was having problems using it. So, yeah, and I'm going to reach out to her and see if she wants to come and do another recording session, because that was fun. We did it twice. We did 2 different recording sessions, and got some good stuff for both her channel and my channel. And like when she records stuff, she uses like her iPad or something and like the built-in mic, and it's just like really marginal. And I'm like, Ellie, you're too good a singer. We need to have a better setup than that. Oh my gosh, Ellie would mop the floor with Choo Choo Charlie. Ellie's a really good guitar player. Absolutely, I think she would. I think she would win that one. Let's see. Oh, here we didn't do this one. Craig, what are some other 18 karat yellow gold items on the horizon for you? A yellow gold tie bar, shoelaces, glasses, frames are options. That's a good question. I don't know if I'm actually going to get 18 karat gold frames. I think I might just get brass, high quality brass. Looks fine with gold, accents gold nicely. And I might get something that is a combination of tortoise shell and brass. I kind of like that combination. I've seen some cool glasses, on people, and I just have to get off my lazy butt and get the exam done first, so I get my prescription in order, and then I can really start shopping and see if I can find something really nice. Let's see here. We need a show with Rachel, Ellie, Bree, Audrey, and Cowgirls Live. Yeah, that would be pretty epic. Yeah, that would be pretty freaking epic. That reminds me, I've got to reach out to Sarah again and see what she's doing too. See if maybe she could come into some shows. Now I know Rachel is busy as can be, so that's the issue there, because real estate is booming right now. I recommend oversized gold frames with bifocal lenses and tortoiseshell arms for that very wealthy 80s Japanese CEO look. Yeah, anybody that wants to send me links to suggestions, I'll be happy to look. Do you think Ellie's talent matches the likes of Eric Clapton? Maybe not. Her brother's really good too. But no, she's good though. She can get the job done. Craig, what do you think of the AP 15300 bringing up white dial? Send me a link if you want me to look at a particular watch, and we'll do that. What's your opinion of the Datejust 41 white gold? Do they make it in white gold? I didn't even know they offered that. But in any event, I would pass. Why would you get white gold? Just get steel. Maybe a gold monocle. There you go. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Tim says, can hear you both. All right, let's do a test in the on the shared over here and see if you can hear it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search Ellie again. And I'll pull up one of hers. I like 16 tons. Let's pull that one up. It's one of my favorites. And what I'm going to do is let's pause this. I'm going to share the screen. Give me a second here. Don't anybody panic. I'm going to share the screen. And I'm going to play it. And let's see if you can hear this coming through. All right. And action. Let me know in the chat if you can hear Ellie coming through now with a shared screen option. The heck with let's just allow that. Okay, so let me know. Can you hear any audio from her? Let's see. Nope. Okay, so no audio coming through. Can I get a confirmation on that? No audio coming through? Let me make sure this isn't muted. Yeah, it's not muted. Nope. Rolex imaginary currency. Nope. Okay, so that doesn't work. Okay, so I know that if I want to play a YouTube video, I have to use the other computer for that. All right, good to know. Or I can upload it. There's a place where you can upload videos and do it that way. So, okay. All right, so let's get caught up here. Only the bezel's white gold. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, the fluted bezel, white gold fluted bezel is fine. Yeah, that's the way to go, actually. Craig, why don't you buy more real estate booming? Well, the time to buy it is before it booms. I did buy it before it boomed. You don't buy it, when it's getting ready for a correction. You buy it before the boom. Craig, did you make any appointments at the AD in New York? No, I haven't, but I'm working on it. So far, the ADs haven't been very receptive. They've kind of blown me off, Derek. You gotta intervene, I think. Triforce Rich is in the house. He said no, we couldn't hear anything. Rolex are imaginary currency with the potential to crash based on a single tweet. Tough choice. Well, we'll see. Death for breakfast. If you chose the Daytona and the faux pay, we'll revisit your decision at a later date and see if you made the right decision. But again, you want to choose wisely, because so far people have made the wrong choice pretty regularly on Bitcoin, and they've passed on the Bitcoin, and that is proven to be a poor decision. Okay, so nope, and no audio. Do you recommend a white dial, Roman numerals on Datejust for? No, I don't like the Roman numerals. I would just rather have the simpler hash marks. But I also, the Jubilee is always the way to go. If you can get the Jubilee on any watch, it's the way to go. So that's why I would get the Batgirl over the Batman. And I would get the newer Pepsi with the Jubilee any day. I bought back in the day, I had a GMT that was all black with the a GMT2 with the Jubilee. It was the way to go. Craig, can you find a good date right now on eBay for us to look at? I'm not going to take time to look if somebody wants to send us a link. Now, I had a GMT2 with a Oyster bracelet. This was before I got the one with the Jubilee. I had one with the Oyster bracelet that was red and blue, and it was it did not have polished center links. So back in the day, the Oyster bracelet on those did not have polished center links. The new one that they have now, the Batman, doesn't it have polished center links? Or am I wrong on that? I know the Daytona does, but I don't remember what the Batman has. Can't keep up with all this stuff. All this stuff you youngsters are doing. Can't keep up. I can't find a good example myself. Well, they're getting harder to find because we've been talking about them on this channel, Derek. You've been screwing us over because you've been talking about them so much. Everybody's buying them like they're going out of style. And so now it's getting hard to get a decent date. So you've screwed us over. Treforce Rich says, if Rolex collaborated with Bitcoin to make a date with BTC branding, like the symbol on the crown, would you buy it? If Rolex personally called you and offered it to you? Probably. Did you guys hear about the rumor that there's going to be a Indy car? That car number 21 in the Indianapolis 500 is going to be wearing Bitcoin livery, that Bitcoin is going to be the only sponsor on it. There's going to be no other ads on the car, just Bitcoin. Did you guys hear this? This could be pretty freaking wild if this actually happens. Sent 2 emails of solid gold accessories. All right, we'll take a look. All GM Masters now have polished center. Yeah, see, that's a fail. See, back in the day, mine didn't. It was better that way. Fail whale, man. That's a fail. All right, let's pull up Lance's emails. Okay, so here is from Tiffany. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong monitor. I've got to do a share screen. I'm sorry. Give me a second here. Screen 2. Here we go. All right, so this is Tiffany and Company, and I'll tell you this is the reason why I had one made. Is this is just too thin. The gold on this is just too thin. It's just not going to be sufficient, in my opinion. It needs to be beefier than this, and that's why I had mine made. So yeah, we'll pass on that for now. All right, let's look at the other one. How can I go back to me? Yeah, there's me. Okay, good. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so now I can go here and go pull up the other one. See, without having to show his email. This is good. This is good. All right, so here's a Tiffany. Here's a Tiffany. Let's get the comment off of here. Here is a 18 karat gold ballpoint pen, 25 pieces made, 32.6 gram, 1974. So, interesting. Terrible photos. Terrible quality photos. But it might be pretty cool. Pretty freaking cool. But see, it's steel inside. It's not all gold. But I guess you can only do so much, right? See, they're weighing the whole thing, including the steel. Scam alert. Scam alert. Okay. Let's get back over here. All right, let's see what else we got. I think that's what we got here. All right, nothing else to show right now. All right, so I'm going to stop. You know, I can leave that sharing up and then again toggle over to it real easily. That's pretty cool. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to stop just in case it uses resources. There we go. I don't know if it does or doesn't. Okay. Craig, if you were given the option to control all the world's gold supply or BTC in 15 years' time, which would you choose today? If you could control all the world's gold supply. Or BTC in 15 years. Well, if you controlled it, if you controlled all the BTC really wouldn't be useful, right? You'd be hoarding all of it. I mean, so I don't know. I mean, but if you controlled the world's gold supply, then you could kind of name your price, and people would still want it to do things. See, that's the beauty of gold, is it's useful to do things like build jewelry, put in some electronics things. So there's a demand for it as an item, as a commodity. And so if you controlled the entire supply, you would be very wealthy. If you controlled the total supply of Bitcoin, then probably nobody would want it. People would move on. They'd be like, hey, this guy has all of it. What good is it, right? So I think that given those two choices, I think you'd probably pick the gold. Yeah. I think I'm going to get a Fisher Space Pen. Yeah, they're good. All right, I'm getting hungry. We're going to call it. We're going to call it a day. We made a lot of progress, and we got some people to go on record as to whether or not they would buy. Let's pull this up again. As to whether or not they would buy the Rolex Daytona and a faux pay bracelet to go with it, or 1 Bitcoin. Which would they do? And some people went on record. So we're going to be able to come back and take a look at this at a later date and see see if they made a good decision. See if they chose wisely. Okay? And Derek says, wait. Hold on a second. Can always count on Derek. All right. We will be back. We don't want to burn things out on one broadcast. We will be back. Stay tuned. But the message is, don't panic. Don't panic on Bitcoin. Hang in there. Play the long game. Play the long game. Let the weak hands and the punks give up their Bitcoin, and you just hang in there. Hang strong. Have some fortitude. Have some intestinal fortitude, I say. Hang in there. Thanks for watching.